Hey guys, 37 weeks, baby is the size of a melon, and definitely it feels that way. They say baby could be up to 19 inches or 6.5 pounds. So very exciting news. 3 weeks left to go. Just great. I dropped Isabel off at gymnastics and it's my night alone. So I have a few errands to run. I'm gonna start with Once Upon a Child. I have a couple of things the kids wanted to sell to try to make money for things. And then I'm also gonna check out some baby supplies. Just stopped by Dollar Tree because I have a couple items I wanna get for crafts to do, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas wise. And their Christmas section is out in full swing. It's so sweet, and I'm gonna pick up a couple of these little things. This for some crafts at Christmas, and then I thought this would be so cute in their new little playroom, little window clings to put on their windows. I really want to get some decor too. I don't know if from here, maybe from Hobby Lobby or something, but I still haven't pulled out our Christmas stuff, and I want to go through what we have before I just buy more, you know? So not getting that today, stopping myself. Trying to get out for a little walk now while I can. It's starting to get dark so much earlier now, so there's not quite as much time to get it in. So yes, trying to take advantage of the time to myself. 37 weeks. Okay, so from last week's update, I have had such a noticeable shift in energy and mood since I've gotten back, like kicked back from being sick and started my vitamins and supplements and stuff again. Just such a noticeable difference. I will say the time change is actually like kicking my butt this year. I feel like this is one of the worst years for the time change. Like, I'd have no problem staying up late and getting with the time that way, but I have a harder time, like my body is just waking up at my old time and I'm having trouble sleeping in, so I'm not getting enough sleep. Well, I could just go to bed a little earlier. I don't need to stay up till like 11 or 12, but yeah, it's definitely kicking my butt. Lately, like this past week, I've been doing just a lot of nesting. We moved Isabel into her own big girl room. The two girls now share. The baby boy will be with us in our room, at least probably for the first 9 months, and then probably we'll move in with the two younger girls. But been doing all of that. I've done meal prep, which I did film. I made like 15 dinners to have in the freezer for after baby comes. Been doing all that, like just nesting for sure. And my good friend held like a little sprinkle for me over the weekend, so that was really sweet. Like, definitely things are happening that tells you it's getting closer. Like, we are 3 weeks away, a little less than 3 weeks now at the time of this filming. So biggest things are like pressure. There's a lot of pressure down low, and like we went over some speed bumps the other day. Like, we live on a street with speed bumps, and there was like one time where I was like, oh my gosh, he could fall out. Like, that's how intense the pressure can be. And like the lightning crotch feeling is definitely happening. And I actually like just went to the chiropractor this morning, which was great because especially after being on my feet, like doing the meal prep and stuff, my back just felt like it had no stability whatsoever. Like, I was getting so sore, and after the chiropractor today, that's feeling a little better, but also I feel like he got even lower somehow. Like, he is definitely sitting low. I don't know if it's just because of boy versus girls. Like, I've had girls, so you know, they say boys carry lower, I think. So I don't know if boys just carry lower on me and I'm not used to this, or if like he's dropped and we're getting ready for a descent or something. The other thing is like, he feels big. I mean, obviously he's almost fully cooked at this point, but I like just don't remember this. Like, you must just forget pregnancy to pregnancy. Like, his movements are crazy. Like, you look at your belly and the different weird contorted shapes that it looks like when he's moving around, and you're just like, what possible position could he be in? Dan was looking, like, we were headed to bed the other night, and I was like, oh, baby's moving, and he like looked over and was like, what in the world? Like, your belly looks like an alien belly. It almost like, it's very, very weird. His movements are just so big and animated and alien-like. It's crazy. And guys, I've had what I think I've had some Braxton Hicks, and that seems normal probably for most of you at this stage, but this is the first time in 4 babies that I've ever felt a Braxton Hicks, ever. The other 3 girls, I've never felt them. It's always been the first contraction I feel is in labor. So to actually be noticing like, that was a weird position. Oh, but my belly is hard. That's actually probably a Braxton Hicks. Like, that's a big deal for me. And I don't know, again, exciting because it means things are moving along and getting closer. The Braxton Hicks for me have not been painful at all whatsoever. Just a tightening, something like, just a tightening that I notice. Like, it just feels like he's in a weird position almost, but it's not painful. I don't feel it through my back. It's just, that's just what it is. More news. Or more updates. Kind of already said my feet and back hurt. I need new shoes. My shoes all are just like on their last leg. Definitely need new shoes. I'm sleeping funny, and I can tell because my hands are falling asleep. Like, I wake up because my arms have gone numb. So I know I'm laying in funky positions or like whatever it is, trying to get comfy. And so that has not been ideal. I also have like shin splints going on. Dan was like, yeah, because you need new shoes, which could be very true. But yeah, that's also uncomfortable. And I've had looser stools this past week. I wouldn't say full-blown like diarrhea, like, oh my gosh, this could be a labor type thing. But because I have had such a struggle with constipation and such this pregnancy, to have any sort of like normal, looser, like comes easy kind of movement has been like, are we getting close here? Like, what's going on? This is interesting. And I don't want to jinx it, but if you can tell, my nose is a little less clogged. Like, I can breathe out of my nose, which is the first time in months that this rhinitis has been bad. So I hate to almost say it because I don't want to jinx it, but that has been better. And I can tell my hormones are shifting a bit because I've noticed like a little bit of acne creeping in, which I haven't had like at all this pregnancy. And I'm like, like all these things are like just signs, like things are changing. Like, we might not be quite there yet, but we're on our way, and it's like getting close. That's like, it's starting to feel close. Even if I go over due date, like even if I'm not on time, even if instead of 3 weeks to 5, it goes to 5, it still feels close for me. Like, things are definitely like feeling like it's gonna be soon, if that makes sense. So yeah, those are like the big updates this week. We kind of have the girls' room all figured out. So next is our room, which still needs like a ton of help. We need a rug, like we are bare floor right now. I want to get it dressed. Like, there's so many things I want to do before baby comes, so hopefully we have time to kind of figure it out, and if we don't, then it'll be fine. But yeah, that's it. Let me see if I can find a place to do a bump date real quick, and then we'll sign off. So thank you for watching. See you next time for the 38-week update. I'll see you then.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season.
Once Upon a Child was the best, so I had to stop and get some ice cream before my next adventures, because what else am I supposed to do? If you've never had graters, you are missing out.